What's up guys, Trey here with ExtremeTerrain.com, and today we're checking out this RSO suspension heavy duty adjustable front track bar for a 0 to 4.5 inch lifted 2018 and newer Jeep Wrangler JLs. This is going to be perfect for Jeep owners looking to maintain proper alignment and stability when running a lifted suspension. This RSO suspension heavy-duty front track bar is built to correct the angle alignment and improve steering performance on lifted Jeeps. Designed to accommodate lifts from 0 to 4.5 inches with the adjustability for the perfect fit. This track bar provides the necessary adjustability to center the axle under the vehicle. All you gotta do is adjust it 1/2 turn at a time right here, tighten the nut down, and you're good to go. By reducing the bump steer and maintaining proper geometry, it helps you make sure that your Jeep handles confidently on the road or whether you're out there hitting the trails. Its beefy construction adds durability to handle those rugged trails and aggressive driving conditions, making it a great choice for off-road enthusiasts. With high-quality bushings and that adjustability we just talked about, it helps minimize vibrations and provides a smoother ride. So it's also suitable for those daily drivers. This thing is crafted from heavy-duty steel, and the track bar is built for exceptional strength and reliability. It features a black powder coat finish, offering corrosion resistance and protection from the harsh outdoor elements. The track bar comes with durable bushings and an adjustable design like we just talked about, allowing you to dial in the perfect fit for your suspension setup. As far as the pricing goes on this RSO suspension heavy-duty front track bar is gonna come in right around that $200 price range, offering an excellent value for those of you who want adjustability and a reliable solution for the front track bar. Installation on this is gonna be very straightforward, as the track bar is designed to directly replace the factory component. Some adjustments are gonna be required to achieve the perfect fit, but all the necessary hardware is included. So on our difficulty meter, this is only a 1 out of 3 wrench job and should take you about 1 hour to complete. Now let's see exactly how this goes on with an install video from one of our ExtremeTerrain.com customers.
The tools we ended up using were actually a little bit different than what we started with. We did need 21-inch ratchet, use that. We thought we'd get away with the 1 1/16 wrench, but I read the instructions wrong. It should have been 1 13/16. And since we couldn't find one of those, or couldn't get a crescent wrench that large, I just used this pipe wrench with the rag, and it actually held just fine. Did need a 21 millimeter 21 millimeter open end wrench. We needed the tape measure. We used a laser to help us find the center of the axle and the chassis. That came in really handy. And the torque wrench, we needed a little bit of extra extension, and the anti-seize. All right, let's see if we can get these pieces on here. That's the back part of that. Let's see if we can get this impact wrench on here. You see a lot of mud coming down. We had some fun off-road on the weekend. Make sure you wear safety glasses. And the rest of this is coming off nice and easy after we take it apart. The instructions say to put anti-seize on it, which we will do. So there's the nut that came off the back. And here's the bolt. And you can see there's a bushing inside of this. It's gonna come out when we get the other part off as well. I need to get my, do this other end, I need to get this 21 millimeter wrench up inside this area right here to hold on to that nut. Let's see how we do that. It's a bit of a tight fit. There's this washer that's stabilizing things. I'm probably going to have to wedge my way behind it a little bit. Wouldn't surprise me if this takes a minute to get that in there. All right, that looks like I am finally around that nut. That should be enough to hold it in place while the other half of it is turning. All right, we're gonna move the camera so you can see me work on the other half of this. Place the socket on there. And hopefully this back on the hole while we do this. I need some breaker action on this. Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna be tight. Alright, there we go. Back is holding and the front's moving. I don't think it's hand loose yet. Let's keep going a bit more. Alright, I think we can get her out now. And we can get our hand on it. This is the question. Not the pain. Whew. It's interesting, this is a single piece right here. This was on the back side, like this. And that nut and washer are a single piece. Alright, let's get this all the way off. There we go. There it is. So we're going to add anti-seize to this and the other part. And this bar should come out. I'll move the camera so you can see it come out on the other end. Alright, here's the end of the bar right here. It's going to come down, and then we're going to pull the rest of it off over on my side. It's just going to slide out. That bushing right there, do you see? A little bit tough to get out of the housing, but there we go. This part is out. All right, here you can see the OEM part that took off compared to the new one. I don't know if you can tell, but the new part is significantly thicker than the old one, probably a good 1/4 inch thicker. And the weight is, this is maybe a 8-pound part, 10, and again, well over 25, maybe 30 pounds. So you can tell that it's going to be substantially more robust. All right, let's go ahead and get these old parts anti-seized. Put the joust down here. If you ever put yourself a brake job, you probably put this on some of the parts. Put that in there. Number one out. And this. Chassis. All right. Now, before we can install this, we've got to center the chassis over the axle, so we'll do that next. to center the chassis on the axle, we need to measure two things. First is the length of the axle, find the center of that. Then the second is the center point of the chassis. So we need the center point of the axle, center point of the chassis. To help me out, I have decided to use my laser. I've got a DeWalt laser. It gives me both a vertical and a horizontal mark. This is going to help me, once I find the center, make sure that I remember where it is. And it's going to make life a lot easier for us. So, first of all, to measure the axle, I'm going to measure from the end of the axle down here. So here's the axle. It's running all the way across the center of the vehicle. I'm going to measure from the same point on the axle at each end. So let's measure that and get us a measurement. This is bending. Put my thumb on it. We are bending right at the 54 and 1/4 inch mark. 54 and 1/4 inch. So half of that is going to be 27 and 1/8. Let's see where that is on the axle, and we'll put our laser on it so that we can remember exactly where that is. So 27 and 1/8. Adjust the laser ever so slightly. 27 and 1/8, a little bit back. All right, that's the center of the axle where the laser line is. And now I need to measure the center of the chassis. So you can see the chassis is going to be from like this bar, this frame bar, to this frame bar. And we'll measure just inside this bracket on each side, so that we can get ourselves a good measurement on the width of the chassis. So that measurement is at 33 and looks like a half. So I want my laser mark to be right on 16 and 3/4, 16 and 3/4. So as I look on my tape, let's make sure we're at 33 and a half, yeah. 16 and 3/4. My laser right now is at 16 and a half. So I'm actually going to need to move the frame over about 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch to get it centered. So we're going to go ahead and try the procedure for that, which is steering the wheels back and forth and trying to move it over a little bit to the right. Okie dokie, this should get us in a good spot. We're just gonna go to the right about that much and see where we end up. This should be our final check. And sure enough, that's exactly right on 16 and 3/4 inches, which we know is the center of the chassis, and puts us on the center of the axle. So we're in a good spot. Now we can install the track bar. Right. Turns out that getting 1 13/16 wrench is not easy to do, and getting a crescent that is that large is not easy to do either. So we're just gonna bring in what we got. We're gonna use this wrench here. I didn't want to use a crescent wrench or this kind of wrench because I didn't want to scratch the nut. So we'll just throw this over it, and we'll be able to get that around it and tighten it and loosen it as we need. It's time to put the new part in. Gonna slide it down pretty far this way to fit the right end in, and then this will fit up in there. Remember, this part that loops down below, this part has got to go Gotta be pointing out to give room for the rest of the chassis to move around up inside of there. Bushing is just gonna fit right up inside of there. Banner, let's get her back. And let's get our bolt threaded through there. We'll have to recenter that, aren't we? There's enough room that you can get her centered. And get the nut on the back side. Like so. And we just need it loose for now. We don't want to tighten it down very much because we still have some movement to do on the other side. So that is in place. Now we'll move the camera and show you the other side. All right, this should allow you to see the attachment of the next end. More to attach it, though. This shiny end right here has got to be extended to fit within this bracket. So to do that, I'm just going to keep turning it. Turning it counterclockwise, and it's extending with every turn. We're going to keep turning it until it's long enough. It's not quite there yet. Just to be sure. I can no longer see the housing. Let's make sure that the bolt will pass through. There's still some play in it because we don't know there's any taken down yet. But let's make sure that the bolt will pass through. If you remember, this was a threaded bolt on the OEM part. I presume it will be the same on this one. And we're passing through very nicely. Right, this is aligned right now. I'm going to show you one other thing. The camera's going to move a little bit. Once you have it aligned, you've got to lock this ring right here down. You've got to lock down all the way against the housing so that things don't move. I'm going to hand tighten it right here, and then I'll put the big wrench on it. You may have to take it off the car to really get it locked down. All right, just get this one. I don't think you're going to have to take this off. No, we're going to actually have to take it off. So let's go ahead and do that. Take the whole bar off so we can tighten up that lock ring. I'm going to have my wife tighten this down while I hold this through this end right here to get a little bit of torque. We'll see how that goes. So come on up and put that on there, and we'll run this side if you would. And let me
pull it over off the edge a little
pull
bit.
toward yourself. Much as you can. I think that's pretty good. Yeah.
Pretty torqued.
Yeah, I think that's better than we would have done otherwise. Thank you. Now that we have the bar set at the proper length, we'll go ahead and reinstall it. Again, we gotta shift it down quite a ways to get the right side in. And make sure that this faces down so that there's room for the faces down like that, so there's room for the car to move around. Bushings to pass through here. There we go. Let's get our bolt in. And get our nut on, at least loosely. Get that hand tight. And then we'll come back later and torque it to 125 foot-pounds. All right, I'm gonna move the camera to the other side so you can see that. All right, now you will see me put this end in. And it's set right length. Just gonna lift that up, drop into the flange there. Get our bolt. Gotta thread through the other side now. Thread. All right, let's get this on here. As we tighten it down, there'll be more room. Handle to pass through. And a wrench. Alright, we do need to get the nut on the back side. So here's the nut. It's going to go back there. And it's going to face this way. So I'm going to go ahead and insert it on the back. And when you insert it, make sure that this tail is sticking down, because that's what holds it in place. Starting to bottom out. Just a minute, I'll get the torque wrench on here. It's not quite bottomed out yet. Alright, I think that's bottomed out nicely. Go ahead and tighten up the other side quick. Well, let's get the torque wrench on this first. All right, we're back. Let's see if we can get the torque wrench on here now. Setting all the way in, yeah. All right. Long bar here. Looks like just the right amount. All right. So torquing to 125 foot-pounds. Alright, here's one side. We'll work on the other now. Here's the other side. Again, torque this to 125 foot-pounds. Might have to take off this extension. Let's see if we can get it fit. It looks like it's gonna fit. wrench on the back of there. Bottom this up. And then we'll torque it to 125 foot-pounds. Let's see how close we are. Almost there. Getting out real quick out of this. There we go. Okay, that's it. All right. Well, here is the finished installed part. You see, it starts right here. And traces along from here all the way down to the end and attaches to this bracket right here. And this is a heavy duty track bar for Jeep, and that is the installation.
Okay, that's going to wrap it up for our review and install of the RSO suspension heavy duty adjustable front track bar for 0 to 4.5 inch lifted 2018 and newer Jeep Wrangler JL models. And for all things Jeep, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.